Okay, I'm making this video to share a couple of things. I want to share first of all why I prefer the EcoFlow DPU, the original one, over the new EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra X, and also how I charge my 3 Teslas, and I use the EcoFlow to help me achieve this. So I'm going to go over the setup I have here and how the EcoFlow actually helps me in charging the vehicles. Uh, First of all, using the outlet of the dryer to be able to charge my three cars. I'm using an automatic switch that sends the power to the dryer if it's on, or if the dryer is off, it allows the power to come to the EV chargers. I'm using 3 of this automatic switch. One of them is actually next to the wall, next to the dryer, and the other 2 are here. This is one, and this is another one. So the way I have the setup going is, if the dryer is not in use, the power would come to this one. From this one, if this first, I have one connection going to a vehicle here, and the second one going to the DPU, EcoFlow DPU unit. So if the power is going to this vehicle, the power is not being sent to the EcoFlow to charge it. So let me explain again. So the yellow line sends the power to the EcoFlow if this vehicle is not being charged. So the power comes here to the EcoFlow and charge it at 240 volt, which is very fast, and quickly fills up the batteries of the EcoFlow. Then from the EcoFlow, the power comes out again at 240 volt. It comes out and feeds the second automatic switch. The second automatic switch is again sends the power to one of the cars that are connected. If both cars are connected, it will only go to this one on the left hand, or if this one is completely filled, then the power would go to this one. So this is a basic setup, and the automatic. I don't know if maybe people know how the automatic switch works. It's basically because there is only a fixed amount of power that can be sent, like a 30 amp limit on the outlet. So to be able to use this 30 amp and automatically send it to where it's needed, this is basically the point of having these automatic switches. What is the role now of this EcoFlow in this whole setup? So originally I only had one switch, which is basically going between the dryer and the EV. This is when I had one car, but then when I got 2 cars, I ended up buying another switch so that I send the power either if the dryer is not in use, the power would come to this automatic switch here, and then based on if both vehicles are connected, once the first one is fully charged, the switch automatically sends the power to the second car. And when when I got my third car, I needed to make this more suitable, or add to it some additional solution. So I ended up getting another switch. So now when this car is not being charged, the power would come to the DPU unit. So what is the role of the DPU unit? The DPU, basically, the EcoFlow DPU, is providing a backup power that can be used when there is no electricity feeding from the outlet coming to it. So when this vehicle is being charged or the dryer is running, there is no power coming to the DPU. But if any vehicle is connected to one of these charges, the power to it comes from the batteries. So I have like 12 kilowatt hours of backup power here, which is actually sufficient for my daily use of the vehicles. And I have never had a problem with it. It's always sufficient for daily charging the vehicles. This setup here actually is charging 3 vehicles daily use, and even extreme use in sometimes we take like long trips. Never had a problem. So the power, okay, let me explain again. The power comes from the yellow line. It's a 240 volt. It comes here, and then from here it charges the batteries. Or if there is power going out in one of these two outlets, it will directly goes to it and goes to the vehicle until it's full. Then it comes back. Then it starts to fill up the battery. The nice thing about this old EcoFlow, it's not actually old, it's just the previous model, the original model of the EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra. The nice thing about it is that you can charge it from in two ways, from a 110 volt and from a 240 volt. And the importance of this is to be able to charge a Tesla from a backup battery backup system. You need to have a bonded to be neutrally bonded, otherwise the Tesla will reject the charger. And to be neutrally bonded, like, I mean, you can use a plug here, but you don't want to have multiple neutrally bonded. It's not like, I think it's not recommended, or it's not safe to have multiple neutrally bonded connections. So the nice thing about the old Delta Pro Ultra EcoFlow DPU is that if there is no power coming through the 240 volt, if there is power coming through the 240 volt, this means my neutrally bonded connection is coming from this outlet. When there is no power coming through here, either because the dryer is in use or the other vehicle is being charged, then my 110 volt actually provides the bonded neutral, because all of them go back to the main bonded neutral, which is somewhere in the house, somewhere in the main system. And this way I continue to charge the batteries while I am charging the vehicles, and my bonded neutral is provided from the 120 from the 120 volt input here. So this is why I actually prefer the old EcoFlow DPU over the new EcoFlow DPUx. I think it's called the DPUx or something. They made the name more hard to actually say, because in the new one I think there is only one input using some plug on the side here for both the 120 volt and the 240 volt. So you can't have like two connections at the same time. So as I said, the benefit of having the two connections at the same time is if one of them is not providing power, the other one is providing power. And once the 240 volt comes back online, it takes over, because the EcoFlow is smart enough to use the faster source or the bigger source of the power to charge itself. So this is a quick, I guess, overview of how my setup is working. Hopefully somebody will find it useful, and if somebody is having a problem with charging multiple vehicles, maybe they will find this useful. Yeah, so quickly again, power comes from the dryer outlet. If the dryer is not in use, it comes to this side. This side have an automatic switch that provides power to one Tesla or to the batteries. If there is no Tesla, the Tesla is not charging, the power will come to the DPU here, to the EcoFlow DPU, and it will fully charge the batteries of it. Or if one of these vehicles connected, the power would flow directly to this one of these outlets and go to the vehicle. Once one of these vehicles is fully charged, the charge will continue to the next car without any intervention. So basically, We don't have to do any manual work. Once the vehicles come home, we just plug them, all the 3 vehicles. And whenever power is available through either one of the outlets, it just automatically goes to the car. So this is the nice thing about this setup, and this makes it very manageable and very tolerable. Hopefully people find this useful. All right, thank you very much.